And welcome to everybody's favorite Red Mage, episode number 92. I'm Unforgiving, aka Spencer, and this is a 5-minute breakdown of a Red Magic the Gathering card, their properties, missed opportunities, and honestly what I think. You can find me on twitch.tv/Unforgiving for a $0 free experience on MTG Arena. Ask me, and we'll get it together. Today is the card from the set, Frixia, Ozone. Nahiri, the Unforgiving. 4 mana, 1 colorless, a red-white, and a red-white completed hybrid. Okay. For 5 loyalty, it's a legendary planeswalker, Nahiri. It's completed, okay? So for 2 life, you could pay 2 life, and this can come into play with 2 less loyalty counters. +1. Until your next turn, up to 1 target creature attacks a player, each combat if able. +1. Discard a card, then draw a card. And for 0, exile target creature or equipment card with mana value less than or less than Nahiri's loyalty from your graveyard, period. Create a token that's a copy of it, period. That token gains haste, period. Exile it at the beginning of the next end step, last period. Very, very, very scary card. 3 mana Planeswalker. Now I like saying 3 mana because the completion costs, the 2 mana, like you can cast it on turn 4 for 4 mana, or you can cast it on turn 3, right? And you still get a 4 mana Planeswalker. Like I don't care what anyone says, that's a 4 mana Planeswalker. Now, if you're really feeling spicy, right, super spicy, and you have, like green that, any ability where you can play, any color, right? You have turn 1, City of Brass or Birds of Paradise. You can technically Nahiri on turn 3, right? So you go turn 1, Forest Birds. Right, because there's a colorless in here, right? You go forest, birds, turn 2, mountain, right? And then you go birds for white, and then you go pay 2 life, and then tap. It's like, and then you go turn 3 Nahiri, pay 2 life for that. Cool. And then you're like, all right, draw a discard, and you're like, what? Like, how is that? How is this a fair card? This card is awesome. All right, straight up awesome. You get to force an attack. Right, you get to force an attack, which is always good. You get to draw a card. Now, 3 mana, draw 1 card, right? Where you here draw, discard. I mean, sure, you get to, you get to looter. Looter's all right. I mean, it's not that, you looter and white red it's usually that's a red ability, but that does tick it up, right? And because of the inclusion of way more artifact. What do you call this? Those swords, right? 3 mana swords. This card, Nahiri, can be awesome when you play it immediately on turn 3 and then target a sword in the yard. Now, what sucks is that you can't equip it unless the card itself has an equip. For Mirrodin or anything that comes to play, it gives like a germ, anything like that. That'd be kind of awesome because it gives the equipment haste, right? So this can sprawl up a brand new set of new creatures that can come out of the yard and come right into play. And because it costs 0, this creature, this planeswalker can make, even creatures come from the yard. And for 0, it feels very unlimited, right? You don't need it to be an ultimate, which is nice because, the ultimate abilities are starting to get kind of old. But I am really liking Nahiri as a turn 3 planeswalker where you could start bringing back creatures from the graveyard as an extra attack step. Like, that's just awesome. I don't need to play the creatures that I currently have. They could be blockers for Nahiri. Seems good. Any dork that I lost in the beginning of the game, no problem. Especially if you have creatures that have come into play ability, right? Come into play abilities. They come into play, do something. They manipulate the game. They give you life. They draw you cards. That seems awesome, okay? Now, in white-red, you can see a lot of those effects. And I hope to see this in a way where players, take advantage of Nahiri, right? But if there's anything here that you see that I don't see, go ahead and tell me. Maybe I could be straight up wrong and Nahiri could be a bad card, all right? Let me know with a comment down below. We're on Instagram, YouTube, Twitter. Twitch. All right, or twitch.tv/nothingway. Last, let me know what card I should review next, okay? Episode 92 in the books. Peace.